Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, this is the day that He has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I want to encourage you that if you're going to praise anyone, if you're going to big up anyone, if you're going to boast on anyone today, let it be Yah, because He is truly worthy to be praised. He's worthy, and I hope that you are rejoicing in Yah, the Elohim of your salvation. The name of Yah is a strong tower the righteous run into and are saved. Hallelujah. So I hope that you're well. I came today to speak specifically to my sisters. This has been on my mind, especially on yesterday. And I want to say this to you. I want to encourage you to be your man's woman and not his wife. Yes, I said it. Be his woman and not his wife. That's what are you talking about? Let me explain it to you. A few years ago, I followed a young brother on YouTube, and he didn't refer to himself as anything. He didn't this or that, but he his background was science, and he seemed to just have a hobby of debunking what they call conspiracy theory. When they said, oh, that's a conspiracy theory, or this is conspiracy theory, he went in and he would show you how it's not a conspiracy theory. Because, you know, conspiracy theory, they say, oh, that's not true, that's a lie, or people just making up stuff. No, he showed you that that is actually a fact. And he would use science and history and everything else to show you why it is a fact. And he particularly did that to movies, especially cartoons, where he'll show you the hidden messages in cartoons. And so I learned a lot from him, and it was really always mind-boggling, because you're watching a movie or something and you ain't seeing that. You understand me? But because he knew a lot of the different codes and stuff, yeah, so that was his thing, still is. And so, but one of the things he always emphasized was looking at the origin of a word. He always said that the English language is a bastard language. And when you really want to see the true meaning of a word in the English, you had to go through the original meaning of the word. And so one day he was talking, and he said, wife. And he said, oh no, that's not a good word. We shouldn't use the word wife. Now listen, I lose focus. I forget everything he was talking about. I can't tell you what he was talking about, because when he said that, I was like, okay, well, why that's not a good word? Why is wife not a good word? So I, being a good student, I went and looked for the original meaning of the word wife. This is what I found. The etymology of the word wife. Middle English and Old English. The spelling is wife, with W-I-F, which is believed to come or be related to the German word Weib, W-E-I-B, and the Indo-European roots in G-H-W-I-B-H. I don't know what that is, which means shame. Also pudenda, yes. So the original meaning of the word wife has its origin in the word shame. Now, pudenda is a person's external genitals, especially a woman's. So the word wife is really nothing that was looked upon as being very something to be happy about. You understand? And so there was an article that came with this the original meaning, and it spoke about an era where the woman, the wife, was really just there to be like a man's almost like a cover-up. Like a man would take a quote-unquote wife, but he had this secret partner on the side, or he had maybe even a male. But like the wife was a cover-up. She was in his house. She was expected to cook and clean and whatever. And I guess he would engage her sexually or whatever. But the person that he had on the side was really the person that he got pleasure from, and he enjoyed their company and being around. This was especially true for in the King's Court. Now, I love to watch those old Victorian or Elizabethan era movies where the setting is in the king's court, you know, and everybody dressing up in these fancy garments and talking so proper and polite. I enjoy those movies. Queen Victoria and Queen Charlotte and all that stuff. Yeah. So in my time, and when I get time, I would watch some of those movies. And so it spoke about those times where the king would have a queen. You know, a lot of time the king took a queen, and most time it was not someone he wanted to marry, but she was the queen. The king had to marry a woman who was a female who was of a certain lineage. She had to come from royalty and have some title, you understand, that kind of thing. So he was forced to marry, and normally it was someone that was selected for him. And so the queen would be there in the king's court. She lived in the east wing and he lived on the west wing, but he always had the woman that he truly wanted to be with, that would of course live in the courts too, and everybody knew, you understand me. But he and the queen got together when they, because you know the queen had to produce a heir. The heir could only come from the wife, you understand. And so, but he would spend his nighttime with the woman that he really desired, or someone else that he found pleasure in. So that was the history or surrounding the word wife. And then you had in some of those movies, you had where the king really had a wife just to bear him a child, and then his partner was really a man, you know. So the wife is really just a cover-up. So it was not really something good. Now bring it where we are today. The wife, everybody, you know, I'm the wife, and you know, understand me, I'm the wife. Now when we use the word wife, we're not looking, because many people don't know that the word wife actually means chain. Don't know that. But when you look today, and I'm gonna reference where I live, the Bahamas, I see it a lot, because in the Bahamas we have this, we still have this British culture, so to speak. And back in the day, it may not be so now in some regards, but back in the day, a man would always have, especially these like politician type men or men with means, would have a wife. You know, they took a wife, and it was always this thing that you had to have a certain female that you could take home to your mother. So she had to be prim and proper, you understand me, and look a certain way. But then when you want the pleasure on the side, you would have this woman on the side. And so whenever the wife and the, we call them sweetheart, meet, it was always a comparison on how they look. The wife would be, I look like this, and she went to this proper school, and she was so well spoken and and so educated. Why he need to go down to the Grove and find, you understand me, little miss who probably, I heard one of my lectures one time say, who grew up drinking cream and I grew up drinking milk. So that kind of mentality, you understand me. But the man found pleasure in the woman who grew up in the Grove drinking cream, you understand me, eating cornflakes. You see. And so that is what the wife normally look at. And it's the same mentality from that European, British era mindset. You understand me? Where the wife is think of herself in a certain way and but the man gets no pleasure in you. He doesn't really enjoy your company. He find you irritating. You understand me? And so when he wants someone to really relax with and be his peace and be comfortable and enjoy the pleasures of manly, you know what men enjoy, he have the lady there, because when he reached there, she ain't stressing him. She ready to rub his head and give him a massage, and she just ready to cater to him. Whereas the wife is, you come home, the house may not be clean, and the children rowdy and noisy, and you don't want to cook. And especially today now. See, back in the day, the wife was expected to be the one that did all the cooking and the cleaning and all that stuff, and the woman was the pleasure, right? So today it's all a switch, because you have some wife saying, look, I cute and I clean, I this, I ain't doing no cooking and no cleaning. I know of a situation where this couple got married, and right after they got home, but a week or so into their marriage, the husband asked her, and she was cute. She was cute because he was seeing someone for years who had 4 children with, and she was quiet and not so like, I don't know how to call it, bougie. You know, you have some women that wear all the hair and the nails and the makeup and stuff. The woman that he had the children with wasn't like that. She's very plain, but very quiet, very nice. So he married this cute Barbie doll. Pretty, nice hair, big boobs and everything else. She was the wife. Married her. And went home and decided he asked his wife, tell her he need her assistance with something. She told him, no, child. This is a true story. You marry me. I marry you. I am the wife. I'm not doing that. You supposed to take care of me. I'm not. No. I'm the wife. That's what she told him. And that was basically the end of their marriage. Okay? And so you have today, you have some women, they are just, some females, they are the wife. They ain't doing no cooking and no cleaning and all those kind of stuff. And they have a child or something, but they ain't into all of that. So, yeah. So the times have sort of switched, but the meaning is still the same, because the term wife is what the husband, how he would define or how he would see you. Your husband would see you as shame, annoyance, irritating. You understand me? The image of his wife. You understand me? And so that's the story of too many men when it comes to their wife. You understand? I have a male friend who is a man of means and a certain age, but refused to get married. I think I mentioned him before. And he would always use as an excuse his male friends who are married and not happy. You understand? He told me a story of a time where his neighbor, they live in a gated community, and he saw his neighbor, and his neighbor think he got this life that is so good, because, you know, even though you have children, the children don't be around, and living in this big house, and, you know, so the neighbors be like, boy, you living good, you know, you doing good. And he was like, oh no, but you doing, my friend's like, oh, you doing better than me. At least you get your little stuff on the side, you know, whenever you're ready. And he's like, no, the husband's like, no, I ain't like that. So he's like, what? He's saying, no, the husband's like, I promise you that ain't like that, it ain't like that. And he was saying to me, so many of his married friends have that story where they would say how they can't touch their wife, or the food ain't cooked, or this or that or whatever. You understand me? And so he's like, why? What was he getting married for if none of the married men are happy? Sisters, my thing to you today is to be your man's woman. The word woman, the word wife is not even in the Hebrew. That's not an original Hebrew word. Okay, that's just where you say it came from. European, Old English, German, whatever. You understand me? When Yah made us, he called us woman. You understand me? Woman. Because that embodies everything that we are to be to the man, the helpmeet. As I've said before in another teaching, you are to be his pleasure. You serve at the pleasure of your man. You understand me? I saw a meme, a meme anyway, however long it was, but it said to be his medicine and not his headache. Another one said to be his pillar of peace and not his pain. That is what the Father intended when he made woman. And as we have already said, in the Hebrew it means helpmeet, ISHSHAH. The helpmeet. Okay? And that means that you are everything that he needs. You heard the song before, I am every woman. It's all in me. Yeah, that. You understand? You are to be both the woman that takes care of the home and the children, and doing the cooking and the cleaning. You understand me? And you are to also be the one that pleasures and bring comfort and peace to your man. You understand? I want to encourage you to be his woman. When your man comes home after a long day of work, don't let him come home to a complaining, whining wife. one that doesn't look attractive. I see a lot of men and say, oh, the wife head always tie up and she come to sleep. My friend, he'll be talking like this and the big t-shirts, and you know, man always saying stuff like that. When your man come home, let him meet you looking desirable, smelling fresh and clean, and your house is cooking clean. Your food is cooked, your house is clean. Let him be the woman that he wants to come home to, so he doesn't have to go out and look for another. You understand? You be all that he needs. That is what the Father intended. Don't just be a wife. Don't just play that role, oh, I'm the wife. Don't be like in the back in the day where oh, the wife is just there to cook and clean and but when your man wants flesh, he goes somewhere else. And then don't bring in here today where the wife is seen just to be cute and make up and dress up, but you can't prepare a meal for your husband, or he can't depend on you to wash his clothes and to take care of his children properly. You be both. You understand me? You be the wife that's gonna cook and clean and take care of the children, and be the wife that looks cute. You understand me? That's what it means to be a bound into a base. You know when to separate it. There's a time for everything. You know when to be cute and proper and sexy and you understand, desirable. And then you also know when it is that I gotta take this off now and I need to keep my house in check. I may need to go outside and clean the yard and dig up and chop some trees or whatever. You be what it is that he need. Be that woman that when he come home in the day, you don't greet him with no complaints. Massage his neck, rub his head. How was your day, sweetie? And he embrace you. Let him smell some nice cinnamon, something smell nice essential oils, you know, something fresh. You understand me? Let him be that. Let his story be that he looks forward to coming home to his house, because he know when he reached there, his woman is gonna have things intact and place, and may not be every day. You understand me? We understand how life goes, but you know, because things can happen and some. You understand me? But let it be his experience that most days I go home to a happy wife. My wife is clean, my children clean, my food then cooked, and even if it is not already cooked, she preparing it. You understand? You know, complaining. You be a wise woman that when you know when it's time to speak, when it's time to address certain things. Your husband coming in from work today, he don't need to hear da 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 and da 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 and da da da. Some years ago, I saw an article which was written like in the 50s, and this lady wrote rules. I forget how many, but she wrote the rules of a good. But at that time, she used the word wife. But what it is that you should do and how you should take when your husband come home today. She said, don't greet him with no complaints. Don't let the children be crying and dirty, and let the children be nice and clean. And you understand me? Greet the daddy and go and let the daddy relax. You understand? Let him relax and let you be his wife and you take care of him and whatever. That is the kind of home that a man, especially my dear sisters, my married women, a righteous man, and if you being a woman that is desiring to seek after you, that is what your man should come home to. But don't let it be his testimony that you are a wife. You understand me? That he just find displeasure in you. He is just very irritated with you. You just bring him so much distress, like he don't want to come home. But you have some men would rather go to a bar than to come home to their family because of the woman. Don't be a wife. Be the woman. Do you understand me? Be his woman. Be his woman, especially now, sisters. At this time where there's so much going on, and you know, if you're not doing what they require you, there's a chance that you can lose your job. So I perceive that a lot of men may have things on their mind. You understand me? And you know, a real good righteous man and right standard will want to provide for his family. So you know, if he's facing where he may lose his job, he don't need no stress. So this is the time now. Be a woman. Be the helpmeet. You understand me? Learn to be contented. Learn to be manage properly the supplies that are there. Teach the children not to waste. You put food in the front of them, they eat it. You understand? Be the woman that's not gonna add stress to him. Let him come home and let him look after being around certain people, or they look, I want to go home. I want to go home to my woman and my children. Let your home be his place, his refuge, his place of peace. They say a man's house is supposed to be his castle, right? Be that. That is what the Most High intended when he made woman. That everything that you need is, everything that man needs is in you. And when we see the word in the scripture, I mentioned it before, when you hear the word woman, it is purpose. Calling you back to the original purpose of helpmeet. You understand me? Being there to be that man. If he need counseling, if he need a listening ear, you understand? To help him in the purpose that the Most High call him to be. Righteous woman, your man should not ever feel as if he need to go out and get a woman to supply or to be to him what you're not being, because that means you're out of your purpose. That means you're out of your purpose. And I want to encourage you today, especially now, be his woman. You hear me? Be his woman. You know, a lot of people get caught up on these titles, and the word wife, that's a title. And we see what it means. I ain't like that. I was just a shock. It means shame. Don't be your man's shame. Be his woman. Be his helpmeet. You understand me? Be someone that he enjoy your company, that he looks forward to talking to. Let him say that he is, that my woman is my best friend. I can talk to her. You know, he needs to just lay down and talk in the night, and you listening and patting him or whatever. Be that. Don't let it be with your man. Like I have seen my friend say they don't know when they touch their wives or whatever the case may be, or sometimes when they go close to you know, there's nothing so embarrassing for me when he said how one man described her as smelling like old potato. And it's like, smell like what? Don't let that be your story. You understand? Don't. Be his woman. Okay? And I want to encourage my sisters, if you are not yet married, and you know we all get excited, stay calm and relax. And when you stand before them and they say, I take you to be, they like to say, take you be the wife. Tell them, no. Tell your man, you taking me to be your woman. You understand me? Notice how they changed it. You see, they put wife there, and it means shame, and that's what the wicked system did. Wife means shame. Everywhere you turn now, you see wife, the married woman or whatever the case may be. But they ain't telling you that word originated in shame. They ain't telling you that. But now it'll be okay for him to go out and get a woman. You see what I'm saying? And here where I live, it's almost common for a man to have a quote-unquote wife and to have a woman. You see what I'm saying? I was in the bank a few years ago, or last year, whenever it was, and this man in the front of me was talking. And so as we stood on the line, the teller line, a person comes in who does singograms, and he brought a flower, and they called out the worker, and it was her birthday, and her husband had sent this person to sing to her and bring her this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And so the man who was in front of me talking, he was talking about saying how his wife was in the hotel, and he got her, they went out for breakfast that morning, and da-da-da-da. Well, when this man started singing, the one on the line started sweating. So the man in the front of him, because you know we all stand there talking, it's RBC, the bank line is long. He said, well, why are you sweating like this? Listen here. He started sweating. I mean, literally the sweat started pouring down off of him. And he was like, because everybody was like, the guy was singing so nice, it sounds so nice, you know, but he was sweating, saying like, well, you know, and he's like, boy, your husband, he beat me because I never do that. But he was sweating, so I was like, well, why are you sweating? So I said to him, well, you know, you can do that, your woman will really appreciate that. He looked at me, he said, no, I ain't got no woman, I have a wife. That's my wife in the hotel. That's my wife. Not I said, oh, no, I meant, you know, in the original sense of the word, the original meaning of the word, that's your woman. He said, no, my wife, right? My wife. And he whispered to me, no, that's my wife. That ain't no woman. That ain't no woman. You know, so it is common to have a wife and a woman. After I thought about it, I said, he starts sweating like that. I don't know, maybe he was just talking on himself, and the person in the hotel must be really the woman and not the wife. But I don't know. But I said, wow. And I thought about it, you know. That is how he didn't want to be heard it said that he had a woman, because to have a woman is that person on the side, you know, but he have a wife. But the Father intended you to just be the woman. The woman. You understand me? Meaning that everything that man needs, you are. You understand me? I'm every woman. It's all in me. You understand? So sisters, when you get married now, you tell them, I am though. You taking me to be your woman. When I came to that understanding, that's what I said. I said, if the Father permit me to marry again, I can say, buddy, you gotta change that. You know, you take this woman to be your dearly beloved. You take her to, what is it? Then they say you take her to whoever to be your dearly beloved wife, a woman. You taking me to be your woman, your wife. The wife over there in the Queen's Court and in the King's Court or whatever. Yeah, no, I'm the woman. I can go out. I know how to be a bound and how to be a base. I know how to put on the whole clothes and tie up my head and go outside. And if I need to clean the yard, I can do that. I know how to keep my house clean and cook the food. And I know when you come home how to, be all of that. I'm the woman. It's all in me. And sisters, that's why I want to encourage you. You embodied everything. Do you understand me? Be the woman. So, listen. When your man come today, say to him, I am your woman. I will not be ashamed. Don't call me no wife no more. I am your woman. The Most High intended me to be a woman. I am your woman, not your wife. That word belongs to the other people. That ain't me. That's not what the Father made me to be. I am your woman. Right? I hope you understand. I hope this is a blessing to you. We taking back. You understand me? We giving them back their words, and we taking a hold of what the Father intended us to be. You understand me? Words are powerful. Words have meaning. Be his woman, not his wife. Shalom.